And of course, we did mention that we do have the lovely, the Soil. I'm so starstruck. I love them to death. Love them. I mean, they've been doing so much with a cappella. They've made strides representing the country, traveling the world. Beautiful voices and melodies. Please help us welcome the Soil.
Where's our technical team? There we go. You've got the chefs, everybody with us.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Not your first time on the show, right? But in the building, you were telling me, in this new building that we have.
Establishment. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We got this beautiful video wall just to put this up to show your photos behind us. So
Hey, we're very young, yeah.
So we got a special performance coming up later. Our technical team have put together some wonderful lighting. So please stay with us for the next half an hour. Something special towards the end of the show. We also have Chef Sibo Nyembe with us. He's off to our right-hand side. Chef, we'll bring you in a moment. Morning, Chef. With some great... That's why you came, for the food.
Yeah, of course. No, that's why I came.
That's
this is my show. But they know. I don't miss Fridays. You take note of my off days. Monday to Thursday, Friday.
Monday, you're never here. Fridays, Tuesday is always here. Suddenly that flu is gone. Friday flu is gone. Can we just quickly talk before we talk about your incredible career? 2003, all the way back then, we'll get there. But can we just talk, as we move away from the food team, that terribly sad news. 45 years old.
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah.
Just too sad.
What an icon. I mean, for all of us, we have a story that we have about him, right? Even though we haven't met him previously. But in Soweto, I grew up within the Kwaito and hip-hop space. And when TKZ came on, we would unapologetically say, we can't wait for Makesh's verse. Because we knew that he was the lyricist in the group. So, yeah, no, it hit the same way the Pro Kid passing hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
and I mean,
sad.
We may not have met him personally, but is he not entrenched in our childhood memories? Right?
I mean, it's so beautiful growing up in the township, you know. Even if you don't want to hear those songs, you hear them. Yeah. Because there's always a bigger brother that is influencing your taste in music. Yeah. And I must say, I just wish he was celebrated more.
I know.
You know,
I know.
It's always like that when an icon passes. You just feel like, I don't think I did more as an artist by myself, but I think for now we can just thank him for the music. You know,
And I know you talk about when you were growing up, and you know, a lot of people knew it from the township side. I'm very happy to admit, as a white male growing up, Odi Umlungu.
Yeah.
Even growing up, even I knew TKZ and Magesh. Even my friends, when when I was going to school, when that song came on, we used to have, I'm sure we all had it, sports days at school, and TKZ came on. You want to see a bunch of awkwardly white people dance to TKZ, but we'll do it.
Yeah.
We'll do it.
Were you dancing to Benny's in the 18 area?
You had to on the pitch.
You had to.
The awkward part is you had all the white kids saying, okay, so where's the 18 area? So we're not too sure where that was, but we had the idea.
Man.
We had the idea.
The unifier. Well, of course, rest in peace to Makesh. We understand the funeral being today. The visuals that came in a bit earlier on were from Rema Church. That's where the venue is, as of course family, friends, loved ones, and the whole South African community coming to bid well to an icon who contributed to an era that we will never forget, I think, in our lifetime. And thank you so much for coming again. I mean, let's talk about, you know, back when you started, where you are now. How has been the journey for you, would you say, as the Soil?
The journey has been great. I mean, we were looking at pictures of ours when we started first off, and we were so skinny and rusty, and, you know, and look at Wuta now, look at you. You know, we have grown, and touring has had an impact to us when it came to music, us growing with the music, and we are working on a new album, you know, and it's going to be epic. It's
long overdue. I can see that you're saying long overdue.
And I think they're tired now because you've been saying that the album is coming. It is coming, and I feel like music, you need to immerse yourself in the depth of the feeling of it. You know, it's not just amagwinya type of music, you know, and we need to, because we branched out not so long ago to try and get more influence and experience so that we bring it back into the team. because now we're older, we're parents now, you know. We are in our almost late 30s, and now the music
Why
has
do you
to...
say late 30s like that? Why?
Because
Sorry.
the 2K says it's chai now. It's chai favorite.
Late 30s like that. We're going to talk about what it was like during COVID, because I saw the announcement with the new album. You started working November 2021 on that as well. So I want to talk about how COVID was. But before we do that, we need to please feed you. Why? Because T and I are hungry. Do you mind if we get some food?
I don't mind.
You don't mind. All right. So Chef Sibo and Yambe, food truck takeout, joining us this morning. It looks amazing. Morning,
good.
Chef. Very quickly, what have you got before you bring the first dish up?
So here I've got a prawn and guacamole and quinoa salad. And then for the main, we've got a seared beef fillet with some crunchy biltong and some seasonal veg with carrot puree and some what's this? Some potatoes as well. So yeah, and then we're just going to finish it off with some red wine reduction. And yeah. So
we finally got red wine.
Do not go there.
He got me a red wine.
Our boss doesn't know. Chef, can you bring the starter in for us then? But I think, Chef, let's start with our guests, if that's okay. And while we're bringing in the food from Sibo, food truck takeout as well, how do you try and work as a band, though, during COVID? I always think of the American bands. They were so good at getting onto Zoom and rehearsing. There were some wonderful videos. You know, you had the vocalist, I don't know, in Colorado, and somebody else was somewhere else. I mean, how did that work for you guys? Because you're not just an ordinary band. A cappella, you've got to be...
It didn't work. It didn't work. I don't want to lie. It didn't work.
Yeah.
It was just a strange time, you know, and I think the pandemic came at a time where we also wanted to have that moment by ourselves, you know, and relook into our craft. And I think it was just that forced break to say, okay, it's fine, you can take a break. But I don't think musically it worked.
It didn't work for you?
Yeah, no. Because I remember also we did a virtual concert. It was so weird because there was no one.
Right. And you feel from the energy of the audience, right? That's important in live performances.
Yes.
Yeah. But also, I need to appreciate you for this, because I think oftentimes when you see amazing groups coming together, giving you magical music entrenched in memories like weddings or celebrations, and then there seems to be a break. There's that fear, especially in South Africa, if they would come back again. Did you know that irrespective of the challenges, you had to come back? Or did you consider maybe solo careers could be where we're heading now and never coming back as a band?
Well, never coming back as a band is not an option, because even when we are apart, we are linked spiritually, you know? There's something just magical that continues to bring us back together, you know? Butle briefly mentioned that we took solo journeys, but even when we took solo journeys, we knew that the group was still there for us to come back to it, because we realized we are an institution. We no longer just a group. We are an institution that gifts people with amazing memories. This group does not even belong to us anymore, you know? We're just conduits of this amazing music, and I really love it. And if you look at it like that, I think that's the only way we will always be together. But if we stop seeing it for what it is, then that's the day the world will know that the soul has separated.
G, if I may just jump in there, you mentioned spirituality. How important is that for you as a team, as a family, as friends? Praying together, coming together, feeling each other spiritually. It's not just about making money. It's about that link that you have together, you know, that chain that binds you spiritually. How important is it?
I mean, first of all, music is such a spiritual thing. And you can't create music, especially the kind of music that we do, without investing yourself spiritually, you know? And it's so beautiful that we grew up together, and as we grow up together, we grow up spiritually together as well, you know? And we can feel when someone is lacking, and then we try and enhance that. And the bond that is created by Rukamata amongst us is just so strong. Even when we are apart, we are still connected, like Ntiga said. And now, even the music is fed like that amongst each other. So music is spirit, so you can't just...
It's healing.
And it brings us together, this thing. Yeah.
So,
Oh, man.
those watching at home, by the way, I'm taking a look at some tweets if they haven't come in yet. I'm not seeing anything coming through for me or eNCA. So please do us a favor, tweet us at eNCA. Use the hashtag the SA Morning while we all enjoy our breakfast. You can also tweet me at Gareth Edwards SA. I've got that here. We have the chef with us, Sibo Enyembe. He's going to tell us about what other food we have. And then I remind you again, coming up later, very special performance. Here they are. It is what holds the African continent together. It is the growth. It is what we all stand on. It's what we grow on. It is the soil.
Hallelujah.
Preach.
Preach,
Here on
brother.
eNCA. In just a moment. Get the tweets. We're going to have some food. Get some coffee. Back in a moment.